for you, and there's a discussion going on about the internet connections that we have depending on the kind of and the amount of users you have in your campus. So they are collecting data for that. So they asked me that if I could give them some time to talk to you people. So I said, why not? Because this can benefit you in the long run. The kind of internet connection you use, that will ensure the amount of communication we people are going to have. All right, so getting on to the agenda of today, I have luckily got all of the people here. No, Madam Rabia Amir, I can't hear you at the moment. Yes.
Sir, I am speaking.
I can listen to you now. I can listen to you now. Okay?
Okay, sir.
And
ठीक है, sir. I am muting my mic now.
all right, all
Sir,
right.
are you going to show me the screen as well?
Yes, I will. I will just show it now. All right. So, regarding your test yesterday, first of all, something about that. Uh, I just discussed with you the cumulative result of that yesterday, and of course, I intend to send you the individual performance too, but that will take me some time to do that. So, you can expect that to come to you in a couple of days, very positively. So, what we are actually going to do from now onwards, this is going to be a straight away jumping to the point. We are going to start a whole week next week that is going to cover Turnitin usage through and through. But before we do that, there is one last bit of thing that is left for us to discuss. There are certain things that we are revising in our timetable, especially in terms of topics. Now, what I actually plan to discuss with you today are these two things that you can see on the screen. One is um, one is the value of referencing in online document processing, as well as manual versus machine generated referencing. This is one last bit of information that
Sir, I can't see.
this will come to you shortly, madam. Just let it come to you. Screens reach slowly. So basically what we talk about is that when we talk about plagiarism, when we talk about Turnitin, there is one bit of information that I discussed with you, that is a lot of this is to do with referencing. And referencing is something we also discussed that yesterday when we were discussing the results of your quiz, when I asked you, do you know the difference between similarity and plagiarism? So before we jump on to Turnitin processing mechanisms, I would recommend that we have a good talk about referencing itself. Abid Saab from Multan, you seem busy. Okay. So before we jump on to discussion about plagiarism or Turnitin processing itself, or the nitty-gritties that we have in processing one document there, we should be in a position to understand very well if students need help, or if even instructors need help, that what kind of processing we need to, what kind of referencing we need to do when it comes to digital document processing. You, of all the people, should be knowing whether referencing is something you should talk about or not. Uh, in my opinion, referencing needs detailed discussion for the primary reason that if you teach students how to reference things properly, you minimize the chances of students, especially those who want to work genuinely, falling a prey to unintentional plagiarism. Because please understand, we are dealing with a machine. We're not dealing with a human brain. So a machine, I speak about this many times with people, this system is built around principles which are standards. For instance, it's going to be built around the writing standards, the way that things are properly written. Plus, it is going to properly see how you reference things. If you reference things properly, by proper I mean according to the format 100%. Like for instance, you are writing something and you're writing that in APA format, all right. So if you write something in APA format, you have to understand that whether the references that you are putting inside your document, are they really 100% conforming to APA format or MLA format or Chicago format or Harvard format or any other format that is required in the document. Basically, the problem comes when students tell you that we have put all the references, but why is the text highlighted? There are certain things that even instructors are not knowing. That if you give machine wrong referencing style, for machine it is just a text that is not properly referenced. You can't expect a machine to understand the intricacies or a small typo. For this, any mistake is a mistake. There is no such thing as a mild mistake or as a galti or something that happened just by the way. Just like you can see on the screen, if I am going, this is Microsoft Word I am using. You just see a word over here, perception, for instance. I hope you can see that.
Sir, I cannot see anything, please.
All right, just a minute, madam. I'll share it again with you. Do you see anything now?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, for instance, we have Microsoft Word here. I'm trying to make a point that when machine or mechanical systems are made, they are built around principles. They do not have margin of, like for instance, if a person is 90% right, 10% wrong. So even if it is 90% right, you will be called wrong. You have to be 100% right whatever you do. I'm giving you an example of Microsoft Word. This is student perception, 2 words written over here. For instance, I have got the spellings of the word perception right. Perception. And I missed this I in the middle over here and I delete it. The moment I go ahead, it will prompt me very shortly that this word that you have put over here has something wrong with it. It takes some time to have that red underline. Why? Because the machine has the correct spellings of perception already. If I miss an alphabet, it understands that I have done something wrong, but it will never say it is perfectly okay unless I add an exception to it. Similarly, if somebody processes a document in Turnitin, its referencing has to be picture perfect. Please understand the word I am using, picture perfect. और वो किस सूरत में हो सकती है? If students are taught, especially the ones who teach them research methodology. Very sorry to tell you, I know more than a dozen teachers in all campuses and in our own campus who are considered to be really good teachers of research methodology, but I'm sorry to tell you, very few of them talk elaborately about referencing. They talk about APA, they talk about MLA, but they don't give students enough practice to understand, or अक्सर teachers, I'll be sorry so many times this time. अक्सर टीचर्स रेफरेंसिंग को सिर्फ बिब्लियोग्राफी ही समझते हैं. डोंट कंसिडर इन टेक्स्ट रेफरेंसिंग. अक्सर ने नाम भी नहीं सुना हुआ. दिस इज अ वेरी सैड थिंग टू टेल यू. सो हम स्टूडेंट से जब चीज लेते हैं थीसिस के नाम पे, तो वी टेल द स्टूडेंट्स दैट डोंट गिव अस bibliography or works cited. You must understand why are we doing that. Turnitin में एक ऑप्शन मौजूद है. I can show you right now. When you process a document in Turnitin, there is an option. You can exclude bibliography. Fine. But only if it is 100% correctly produced bibliography. Fine. और जो कि मुझे मेरे एक्सपीरियंस से मुझे यही बताया अभी तक कि स्टूडेंट्स either sit down to type a bibliography, which takes so much time, sometimes even weeks. कि आपने bibliography का format देखा है कि book का नाम, writer का नाम, year, comma, semicolon, italics, underline, my God, 100 things to do inside a simple bibliography. So they don't get the bibliography right. Either they manually type it, which means there are going to be problems, or they have proper typographical errors there. So इन तमाम चीजों को साइड पे करने के लिए we tell people not to give us bibliography in the first place. Just give us the body of text. I hope this explains the rationale of not asking you or not asking students to provide bibliography with their work. Keep it on one side. Bibliography material जो होता है, that is never to be authentically checked normally. लोग उसको देखते हैं, आगे चल पड़ते हैं, ठीक है आपने तो references use किए हैं. हाँ, if somebody is reading a document very carefully, may ask you, आपने इस चीज का रेफरेंस दिया, बताएं आपकी डॉक्यूमेंट में कहां मौजूद है. और यहां पर एमफिल पीएचडी के डिफेंस में आमतौर पे स्टूडेंट्स आर ग्रिल्ड ओवर दिस पॉइंट मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम कि आपने इतने रेफरेंसेस लिखे हैं, आपके काम में सिर्फ 4 यूज हुए हैं, बाकी 15 किधर हैं. So that is one point where you can catch the students by seeing whether they are using authentic references or not. Fine, that's one discussion. Jaldi se we talk about the in-text citation. The citation which helps you to produce a legal document, a document that legally uses 100 sources. एक स्टूडेंट ने एक बुक को कोट करना है, जर्नल को कोट करना है, रिसर्च पेपर को कोट करना है, न्यूज़पेपर को कोट करना है. There are legal ways of doing that too. So, वो legal ways सिखाने के लिए you have to teach students how to reference things properly. One more thing. So, when you talk about digital or online document processing, जो कि Turnitin करता है, which is what exactly is the definition of Turnitin services? Like one of the definition of services like Turnitin is that it's an online document processing mechanism. It processes a document online. It checks it for the international standards of writing, for international standards of referencing, international standards of authenticity. It checks it for them. आपकी डॉक्यूमेंट किसी स्टैंडर्ड पे फॉल शॉर्ट करती है, इट विल हाईलाइट थिंग्स एंड देन फिर आपकी होगी जी मुझसे गलती हो गई, मैंने ये चीज इधर नहीं की, मैंने चीज उधर कर दी. सो वो ह्यूमन आई वाली बात इसमें नहीं है. एक बात क्लियर हो गई, इट हैज टू बी अ परफेक्टली प्रोड्यूस्ड रेफरेंस. यहां पे मैं एक बात आपसे शेयर करूंगा कि द फॉर्मेट्स दैट वी फॉलो, लाइक एपीए, लाइक एमएलए, लाइक शिकागो, जितने भी इन-टेक्स्ट साइटेशन या रेफरेंसिंग फॉर्मेट्स हैं, इन सब के साथ जो सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम है दैट इज ऑफ वर्जन्स. वी हैव वर्जन्स. आप अभी कंप्यूटर खोलें, आपको 2002 की भी एपीए फॉर्मेट मिल जाएगी, 2006 की भी मिल जाएगी, 2013 की भी मिल जाएगी. Students should be explicitly told, and in better terms they should be provided, that this is the latest format of APA, follow this. This is the latest format of MLA, follow this. Plus, let me show you one more thing. If you really think where the problem starts with, if I just write APA in the browser, and if you like to see how many APAs are available, just for your information, look at this one. Purdue, owl.purdue, this is one of the most famous one. By the way, this is not official of APA, but since this university or this institute that has given this authenticity, this is one of the most used resource. And if you could see the date over here, when was it updated? March 1st, 2013. Okay. You keep coming down, American Psychological Association itself, उसकी अपनी वेबसाइट पे ये मौजूद है, apstyle.org, इस पे मौजूद है. Keep coming down, keep coming down. I'll do a trick with you. Watch. This is the first page of the result. If I want, अगर किसी स्टूडेंट को होता है कि जी एपीए का फॉर्मेट किधर पड़ा हुआ है, दिस इज द फर्स्ट पेज का फर्स्ट रिजल्ट जो आता है वो आमतौर पे यही आता है, पर्ड्यू, ऑल और सारा कुछ. ठीक है, मैं यहां से जंप कर जाता हूं, नॉट टू द फर्स्ट पेज, से टू द 5th पेज, जस्ट टू शो यू दैट एपीए विल कीप कंटिन्यूइंग. ठीक, say I come to page number 3. Now, what happens is that there are different universities who have customized, if you see this, University of Illinois, this one, if I click this, you will find APA resource available in University of Illinois, United States as well. They have put this here too, gave it a proper web page. The burning question that students come to you is कि कौन सा वाला APA फॉर्मेट ऑथेंटिक है, क्योंकि अक्सर यूनिवर्सिटीज फॉर्मेट्स को कस्टमाइज करती हैं. प्लीज रिमेंबर दिस सेंटेंस वेरी वेल. MLA इंटरनेट पे मोर देन 1000 मौजूद है, What happens is universities customize certain things to their needs. हमारी अपनी यूनिवर्सिटी में MPhil PhD के फॉर्मेट में people write thesis, उसके अंदर कुछ कस्टमाइज चीजें मौजूद हैं इन द फॉर्मेट, जिसमें इनिशियल पेजेस भी शामिल होते हैं, थीसिस की स्पेसिंग भी शामिल होती है कि राइट से इतनी स्पेस, लेफ्ट से इतनी स्पेस, ऊपर से नीचे से इतनी स्पेस, हेडिंग का साइज ये होगा, सब हेडिंग का साइज ये होगा, टेक्स्ट का साइज ये होगा, द स्पेस बिटवीन पैराग्राफ्स, द स्पेस बिटवीन लाइंस इतनी होगी। ये तमाम चीजें इस रेफरेंसिंग का पार्ट है इन टेक्स्ट साइटेशन समेत। इन टेक्स्ट साइटेशन में जो हम टेक्स्ट के दरमियान में ब्रैकेट डाल के डालते हैं, देयर आर सम पीपल हु बिलीव, जो कोई किताब उठा लेते हैं, किताब में लिखा हुआ है कि आप पेज नंबर भी डालें। Please understand that if you can, in your capacity, you should, because मैं आपको इस सेशन के एंड पे, और I'll send you email and I'll send you links to proper places, जिनको आपको अपने टूल किट में, that I keep referring to you, that tool kit that you have to keep with you secure in terms of online thing or in terms of a printed thing, you have to have that toolkit folder in Dropbox or toolkit documents in printed form in a folder with you always. So that if somebody wants a copy, you can give it right away. If somebody wants an email resource, आप उसी टाइम उसको लिंक ईमेल करेंगे, ये लो APA का लेटेस्ट फॉर्मेट है, इसको फॉलो करो। What this is going to do, this is going to ensure that students produce a document and the document conforms to the standards of a format, which naturally means that they are going to have less chances of inadvertent or unintentional plagiarism. क्योंकि मेरे नॉलेज के मुताबिक बेशुमार लोग इसी का शिकार होते हैं, that they don't know referencing properly. Too much talk about this stuff. Let's get to see a few things. This was one of the format I was showing you. Now we have another issue, that how to do referencing the clean way or the hard way. The clean way, by clean way I mean you do it machine processed, that is generated by Microsoft Word itself. There are two things inside it. One is online, let me show you, online APA citation, APA reference generator. ये आमतौर पे एक टर्म बोली जाती है if you want to have Microsoft Word के अंदर एक पूरा सेटअप मौजूद है रेफरेंसिंग का. If you know it, that's good enough, but it's known to very few people. So we have to make sure that we make this a little public. There are videos I have made about this. You can share the links to that too. Otherwise, there are free guides available online on how to use Microsoft Word 2007 onwards. 2007, 2010, 2013. In any of these versions, we have a referencing full-fledged engine inbuilt, which helps students to generate things automatically. There is a video for that. There's a link to that. I'll share the link with you, which explains all the steps one by one. Other than that, there are free tools available online too, which are online APA reference generators. If I click this, this is one software, BibMe, Fast and Easy Bibliography Maker, MLA APA Chicago. इस तरह के tools मौजूद हैं. There are, I mean, internet is full of such tools. बहुत सी यूनिवर्सिटीज ने इतने छोटे छोटे टूल्स बना रखे हैं जो कि आपको बिब्लियोग्राफी बनाने में हेल्प कर सकते हैं. इफ समबडी इज लुकिंग फॉर ओनली बिब्लियोग्राफी मेकर एज अ सेपरेट इंस्टॉलेबल टूल, आप इसको डाउनलोड करते हैं, अपने कंप्यूटर में इंस्टॉल करते हैं, एंड देन यू कैन पुट इन एंट्रीज, बुक का नाम, राइटर का नाम, एंड इट इज गोइंग टू जनरेट अ फुल बिब्लियोग्राफी फॉर यू. उसको कॉपी करें, अपने डॉक्यूमेंट के एंड पे पेस्ट कर दें. सिंपल. ये टूल्स मौजूद हैं. But the only issue with them is that they are not going to be linked with your document. आपकी डॉक्यूमेंट एक अलग चीज है, ये एक अलग चीज है. बिब्लियोग्राफी मेकर्स मौजूद हैं. This is one full-fledged field inside the generators. बिब्लियोग्राफी generators हर फॉर्मेट के ऑनलाइन छोटे छोटे टूल्स मिल जाते हैं. One thing for your knowledge, you should know it. आप इस सेशन के बाद कुछ डाउनलोड करके ट्राई भी कीजिएगा. I'll send you a few links too. जिनको आप डाउनलोड करें, इंस्टॉल करें और उसको एंट्रीज उसमें करते जाएं. इट्स गोइंग टू शो द होल प्रोसेस. आप उसको डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं. वन. द सेकेंड ऑप्शन दैट आई ऑफ कोर्स पर्सनली वुड रिकमेंड, दैट इज दिस वन. माइक्रोसॉफ्ट वर्ड में वी हैव अ रेफरेंसेस टैब, द वन दैट वी हैव इन वर्ड 2007, 2010 and 2013 too. Click the reference tab. It shows you this place. It calls them managed sources, the sources that you plan to use in your work. जिसको हम कहते हैं कि मैंने किताबें इस्तेमाल करनी है, I want to use research articles, I want to use websites or anything, journals. So you will click manage sources. It shows you a window like this, and in this small box it asks you what do you want to add. For instance, I want to add a book. Click new. It shows me this another box. I have to write the name of the author. If I say James Smith and title of the book, I call Principles of Networking. This is the name of the book. When was it published? 2003. And where was it published? Right here in Islamabad. And who was the publisher? Oxford University Press, OUP. Right? अब एक बात नोट कीजिएगा कि this is bibliography fields for APA. I hope you can see it. And it's also showing me if I want some additional information to put here, I can just click this one. But please remember, it has been properly entered inside this Microsoft Word. What are the basic required fields normally? जो normally basic required fields होते हैं international standards के मुताबिक सिर्फ वही नजर आ रहे होते हैं जिस तरह मैंने ये लिख ली है. If there are more things you are planning to put in, like page number, like any further section or chapter number in the book, you can just click show bibliography fields. You see the red asterisks, which means these are those pages which are completely necessary. This information has to be there. And then we have further fields like editor, volume, number of volumes. If I want to go further down, it may show you other things too. Here is the page numbers. If you like to put pages, I will say 200 to 210. And then we have medium, year accessed, all these things. No compulsion, but the red asterisk that I was referring to is a compulsion. You have put in an entry, simple as that, just hit OK. Whatever I have just put in appears on the left side over here. So, आप क्या करेंगे? You are going to keep building your sources inside the Word document itself. मैं अभी इस document को save करूँगा. The sources are going to be saved with the document. So, and I put this document in a flash drive, send this to an email, in an email to somebody. Every reference and everything I have put inside will travel along with it. This is the plus of this mechanism. Now this, once I have done, I'll just close this. I'll come back to my document, and here I am writing something. In this writing, I have reached a point where I want to put in a reference. I'll just click here, go up, insert citation, click this one, James Smith. I have just entered James Smith here. Now, if I'm following APA, then this is going to appear like this one, James Smith, second name, comma, year. But if I plan to change it, that I think I'm working in a Chicago styling manual. This is the requirement. I am writing an MSc Economics thesis. I click Chicago. You just see the comma is removed. The comma is not here anymore. So if I just want to use something like Harvard, the comma appears again. And if I think that I need to go further, IEEE, and you just have number 1, nothing else. I'm just playing with this. Whichever format is required for me to put the document in, I can just convert it with a click. And if I choose MLA, just the second name of the author, nothing else. Now, why?
Can you just repeat how did you approach this only? The last part. How did you open this window?
I will do it. I'll do it. Just give me some time.
Thank you, sir.
So you can keep playing with, like for instance, you have different formats you have to follow. You have decided that once over top here, the process that I am just showing you over here, I have made separate videos for these steps. One video for how to add sources to Microsoft Word, another video for how to insert citations wherever that is necessary. What is the basic purpose of doing that? The basic purpose is that students are producing documents which are properly referenced. Look, it's not like we are going to play a part of a policeman that we have to catch students if they do something wrong, especially in terms of plagiarism. No, this is not our job basically. Our job is that we try to ensure that we make them write correctly too. So, or writing correctly too, if you want them to avoid falling a prey to unintentional plagiarism, you have to make sure that they know how to reference things properly. And another strange thing that very few people are accurately aware of is that if you put an in-text citation like this, it has to be before a sentence concludes with a period or with a full stop. Like अगर आप एक sentence लिख रहे हैं, it finishes on a full stop, the in-text citation has to appear before that. I have come across many theses where this appears after the full stop. Hence, making anything before the full stop highlighted in Turnitin report. These are a few issues that you can encounter referencing. I wanted to discuss exclusively and separately. The links and the documents I plan to send to you after the session are going to be based on referencing purely. We are going to have a quiz about referencing tomorrow. So the documents I sent today are going to be the course that you have to see very carefully. Tomorrow is an evaluation day. There will be another thing that I'll be testing you on. So your knowledge, your grip, you can ask me questions over email whenever you can today. So that tomorrow morning when we meet, we'll have a short quiz about these things. I'll send you links to the video that you have to watch carefully, from which I'm going to test you. So let's make sure that we are on the same page of information when we talk to the faculty members, when we talk to the students afterwards. Because आप जब इस चीज़ को शुरू करते हैं, when you become the central person, everybody is going to come to you and discuss like they come to me and discuss, and every time following me around in all possible manners. If you want to assume that role, you have to be perfectly ready. And readiness also means readiness of knowledge. So if students ask you how should we do it, you should be the one to suggest a way out also. That this is, I can see that in your document the problems are of referencing. Go and fix like this. And you have to talk to the research instructors too, that when they teach research mechanics in the class, referencing, especially in text citation, is an integral part which is sadly missing from most of the course outlines I have seen, especially in master's level. So there are a few things we have to cover there so that students don't feel that they are never told a solution, but they're always told that there's a Turnitin report and you are a criminal and this is your punishment. No, this is not what we are going to do. With this and many other things that I have said, I would like to stop talking about this here. Now, we have 10 minutes for the question answer that you might have about whatever I've spoken so far.
Sir, I'm the first one to ask you questions.
No, you are on Skype. You can reach me faster. Carry on.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. First of all, I just wanted to say, and I would like you to just clarify me on this point, and I would like all of us to be clarified on this point. I came to know about this a little later. Work cited and bibliography. There is a difference between the two.
Okay.
There is a difference between the two, that meaning thereby work cited is a list which the works that we have cited in our thesis.
All right.
So shall I get...
No, the thing is that, fine, I know this debate, we can discuss that too, but the main thing is that we are discussing about how to generate these. Work cited or bibliography, it gives you an option when you generate it, it gives you an option, what would you like this to be called?
Okay, sir. Sir, my next question now. You said that students should be provided with the latest, whatever referencing style they're using. For example, it is MLA, APA, Chicago Manual, whatever, right?
Yes.
And there are many versions on the net.
Yes.
For example, LibGen has one version, other sources have one version, and universities, they customize certain things.
True.
Right? So, but what if the customized way of the university is not updated? Or, this is one part of my question. So, which one to follow? The second part of my question is, that if the Microsoft, like for instance, I have Windows 7 and I have the same tool and all those things that you just talked about. So if I'm using that, I found that because in my MPhil thesis I applied the latest version of MLA referencing style. Alright?
Yes.
So I saw in इस Windows 7 में भी जरा सा पुराना वर्जन था, और अगर मैं नमल का जाके देखती हूँ तो उनमें एक तो बहुत थोड़े से लिखे हुए हैं और वो भी they are not up to date. So अगर हम बच्चों को वो ना बताएं, मुझे I'm confused about this thing कि which one to tell.
Okay, I got the question. I'll address
Yes.
that. Okay, I got the question. Anyone else has the same question before I talk about this, or I can collect the question and I can answer them one by one? I've got one question. If there are other questions, please ask. I'll address them one by one.
Okay, there is a question. Isn't it possible that we use one version or one style, version of referencing style? Let's suppose in a semester, let's suppose if we are using the APA style for management science. We use the latest version, and we circulate to all the campuses that in this semester we'll be using this version.
Irfan Sab, I am trying to understand your question because the sound is a little muffled. It is not clear.
Okay. Up here again, sir?
A little better. Please carry on.
सर मेरा क्वेश्चन है कि ये पॉसिबिलिटी है कि अगर हम लेट्स सपोज एक सेमेस्टर में हम सर्कुलेट कर रहे हैं कि हम मैनेजमेंट साइंस के लिए एपीए स्टाइल रेफरेंसिंग स्टाइल का ये वर्जन जो भी वर्जन होगा एक्स वाई जो भी वर्जन है वो यूज करेंगे. Is it possible? I mean, we can do it for the MLA and other as well.
Okay, your question is related to what madam has asked. I have noted. I am collecting questions. I will answer them right now. Anyone else has any question? Please go ahead. Yes, please, Kashif sir from Islamabad.
Sir, sometimes students use EndNote software to develop the references portion of thesis. Is it right or not?
Noted. I'll answer. I will answer now. Yes. Anyone else has? From Quetta or from Multan, is there a question?
Not have any questions.
All right. Let me, and just 1 minute. Ji Kashif sir from Lahore, please go ahead.
सर ऐसा हो सकता है कि हम इंग्लिश के लिए भी एपीए यूज कर दें, क्योंकि आमतौर पे जो लिंग्विस्टिक्स वगैरह पे जो लोग काम करते हैं या ईएलटी में एपीए यूज करते हैं और लिटरेचर के लिए एमएलए यूज करते हैं, ऐसा पॉसिबल हो सकता है कि हम एक ही वो यूज कर लें एपीए?
All right, I will just answer that too. All right, just 1 minute. All right. First thing that I asked, I'm actually clarifying something here. First thing that I'm asked is about the consistency of referencing style. Look, the thing is that the best or the most authentic or the most used free web resource that I can pinpoint is owl.purdue, the one that appears on the first result of any searches. Somebody please switch off your mic. I can hear the background noise. Thank you. For instance, if you just write APA, the first result that appears is Purdue OWL. If you write MLA, normally the first one is owl.purdue. If you write Chicago, again, here's a little difference. Chicago mein we have something else appearing. MLA or APA ke liye mostly, I mean, it's widely known. Owl.purdue, that resource is used widely. So if you keep yourself in touch with this first resource that is going to appear on screen shortly, this one. So this is one of the places that they actually keep updating things very much. And as like if you really are trying to play safe, trying to keep students on the track, yes, this is one way of doing this, that you keep yourself attached or keep yourself in touch with this one resource that is available very easily. And by the way, I am using the same in the blog that where we put the references. मैंने इसी की एक printable version वहाँ रखी हुई है, so you can download and use that also. So this one can help you avoid all kinds of inconsistencies that you come across in customized versions of these referencing manuals. This is one easy way of it. Because आप further जाते जाएंगे, आपको University of Illinois, University of Chicago, उन्होंने कुछ चीजें change की हुई हैं. So there is no point picking any version of APA that is a customized one and that is found on any university's website. That I don't really recommend that. That has confused people a lot. One of the answer is this one, consistency. Second, if you talk about the MLA or APA version found in Word 2007, 2010 and 2013. Well, my answer to that is very simple, because in 2007 the versions that we had are not really archaic versions or not really outdated ones. They are like, for example, version 6, version 5 of APA, and 6th is the latest of APA. 6th was in 2010 version of Office 2010, and 6th is still available in Word 2013. MLA 7th पे पहुंच चुका है. I'm not really confirmed about the numbering, लेकिन मैंने versions check की हैं. So MLA की या APA की जो 2007 की version है और 2013 की version जो अब हम चल रही है, they are not drastically different. There are minor differences, and by the way, when the versions are differing from one another. Yes, madam.
Sir, I'm following.
Madam,
we have to follow
if you could
English,
please.
Literature, we have to follow MLA.
If you could please let me finish.
There is a big difference in MLA 2007, the latest version, and the one which is there in the computers.
Madam, if I can.
Why I raised this question.
If I can finish, please. Thank you very much. The thing is that, as for the differences of the formats, the one that is available in the book and the one that machine follows. Why am I sticking to this version of machine? The reason is that machines are built around standards, and standards are followed when the services are established, like Turnitin. So it will be perfectly safe if you keep using Word 2007. It will be perfectly safe if you keep using Word 2010. You are never going to have an issue. There is a whole world of people, if you talk about the adoption of Word 2010 and 2013, for your information, इस वक्त जो 70% of the whole Microsoft Word Office consumption is going on is of Word 2007 still. 70% of the whole world is using Office 2007. Reason being, people liked it and they are sticking to it. आगे की adoptions कम है, so इसका क्या मतलब है? अगर 70% of the world is using Word 2007, they are using that referencing style. They are not apprehended by Turnitin or Copyscape or anything, and they are not labeled as कि आप एक outdated version of MLA या APA use कर रहे हैं. There is no such thing happening like this. So as long as they are not officially called outdated by Turnitin कि जी आपने अगर पुराना format use किया तो इसको highlight कर दिया जाएगा, there is no such thing happening like this. So as for the differences are there. I'm not saying they are not. But differences are not that huge that you should get so accurate that what should be put in the brackets inside the text. Hence, I say that to avoid any sort of confusion or duplication, you should try that you should stick to the machine, whichever one you are having, like Word 2007, 2010 or 13. Whichever there is going to be, you are playing safe. So far, this is what I know. And whatever the machine generates for you, you should not be dissatisfied on that unless Turnitin says that yes, you have put a reference and it is highlighted. Unless this happens. If you have an example, like Madam Rabia pointed out, if you have an example like this, where something was produced by latest format and it was highlighted by Turnitin, please share an example with me. I don't know of any such example so far. I hope I have answered 3-4 questions. And Irfan sir from Peshawar, what you have asked that every semester, yes, you can announce that whether we can have a format consistently. Well, that is really about consistency. You have management sciences program running in Peshawar, in Lahore, in Islamabad, and I think in Multan too, I guess. So if this is really the case, you should consult the source department, that is the management sciences department in main campus, see which format they are following. If they say we are following APA, there is no such thing as this APA or that APA. If you follow the resource that is on screen, you will be out of those confusions. Which APA? And if you are telling people to generate machine generated references, then everything is safe. You just let them know, use Word to generate references, you will be out of any trouble. Because अभी हम जिस चीज की बात कर रहे हैं, that is not about a human eye reading your document for referencing. It's a machine reading your document for referencing. So the standards machine still accepts R of Word 2007, 10 or 13. And one more thing somebody said about student using EndNote software for producing references. That's perfectly okay. There is no harm in it. EndNote is another product. There is simply no problem with that. Because EndNote भी उसी mechanism पे चल रही है जिस mechanism पे Word 2007 चल रहा है. There is no difference as such. So if people prefer to use that to produce bibliography or anything, perfectly okay. All right, yes, Kashif sir from Lahore.
My question is left, sir. It is unanswered, sir. Can we use, the APA in English department as well? Is it possible,
Oh
sir?
yes. You can, about this, I really don't want to comment like as a finality, because can or cannot depends on the side of English department you are talking about. Because if you talk about linguistics or literature, fine, there is a probability that you can swap the two, but depends on the kind of study that is taking place. If it is a purely quantitative study or qualitative study, इस तरह की चीजों में ये चीज straight करना मुश्किल हो
Sir,
जाएगा.
can you repeat the question, please? I cannot hear the question.
Okay, he asked that can we have APA format used in English studies, and I'm trying to answer diplomatically that there is no finality about this. Reason being that it also is dependent on studies. English falls in social sciences, और फिर उसमें ये वाली डिबेट आ जाती है कि social sciences should follow MLA and pure sciences should follow APA. I mean this is a whole debate. उसमें फाइनलिटी नहीं है, लोग स्वैप करने के और मिक्स करने के हक में होते हैं, लेकिन उसका सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम ये होता है कि जो चीज आप पूछ रहे हैं, that has nothing to do with machine, by the way. For machine, there is no such thing as a different document. It is an English studies, if it is a statistics, उसके लिए वो अंग्रेजी के अल्फाज हैं. So जो आप बात कर रहे हैं, that is a stylistic thing, as well as the preferred thing. People who read the document with the human eye are going to judge कि आपने referencing कैसे की हुई है, ये वो side है. And I don't really think we should get into the debate about that. अभी तो हम बात कर रहे हैं कि आप machine को क्या दे रहे हैं. The kind of references you are giving to the machine, let's focus on that, कि whether they are properly produced, hence minimizing the chances of plagiarism, or they are manually produced, hence increasing the chances or probabilities of unintentional plagiarism in students. All right, Kashif sir? That's the best I can do with such a question. And the department in the main campus.
Well, sir, sorry, sir, I didn't get any clear answer, sir. I want some.
It was not meant to be a clear answer, I told you. I was trying to give you a diplomatic answer. Department in the main campus will be in a better position to answer that. Like I answered Irfan Sahab in Peshawar, that since you are talking about every department in every campus of NUML, of course, originates in the main department in the main campus. That's a fact. Everyone knows that. So, आपका जो source department है, that is the main campus. If you even like to suggest something different, that has to be just like you just put it up into the HOD or Dean in the main campus and see how this is taken, interpreted, because at NUML, of course, everybody tries that we should be consistent with everything we are doing in main campus as well as in the regional campuses. So your suggestion is valid. This is a debatable thing. You can put it up as a question, put it up as a suggestion with some like supporting documents, supporting arguments, and if this is taken well, this may happen, right? Okay. Anything left that I did not discuss? I hope I have a good memory about that.
May I go, sir?
Yeah, please go ahead. Thank you very much, dear.
Thank you very much.
Thanks everyone for coming. Yes, madam.
Sir, you have to send us all the links for the quiz that you're going to have tomorrow, and that will be basically about referencing style.
Yes, that will be about referencing style, because tomorrow is the quiz.
Sir, do we have a class tomorrow?
Yes, we have a quiz class tomorrow.
Sir, but it was said that it is, I have to travel to Islamabad tomorrow, sir.
Well, according
conference on Monday, sir.
Conference is on Monday. Tomorrow is Friday, and according to the timetable I have sent, it clearly says Friday as an evaluation day. If you could like to consult that paper. All right, madam.
Sir, what can I possibly do if I still don't know if the time of my flight is at, during that time what would I do?
Well, you will miss it. You should have scheduled it accordingly, because like I said, it's in the timetable. I am not inventing something tomorrow. It's in the timetable.
Sir, but the circular we got, it was had Monday to Thursday. But okay, that's okay. That's okay. I would definitely go for it, and I really need to.
All right. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. Inshallah, see you tomorrow. Okay. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.